What started as whispers of strange happenings in the lake has grown into something far more sinister, something that no one could have predicted. Sheriff Grady, Deputy Tessa, and the unlikely townsperson Donnie are racing against time, seeking the one thing that might give them a fighting chance, a mysterious solution hidden in plain sight at the local vet's office. But the night is far from over, and the shadows are restless. As you listen, imagine the tension in every empty street, the fear in every darkened house, and the uncertainty that something unseen is moving just beyond your sight. If you want to follow this tale to its chilling conclusion, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Don't forget to like the video if you want more nights of suspense and horror brought straight to your ears. Now, lean in, listen closely, and step into the darkness of Briar Creek. Cruiser rolled down Main Street in tense silence, the usual hum of the town absent. Sheriff Grady's hands gripped the wheel tightly, sweat gleaming on his brow. Beside him, Tessa held her shotgun close, eyes scanning the shadows. In the back, Donnie rocked back and forth, muttering under his breath. "I tried to warn you," Donnie said, voice low. "Something's wrong. It's spreading. People aren't quiet." "Donnie," Grady said firmly, though his face betrayed unease. Tessa leaned forward. "Sheriff, he's not imagining it. Something's happening in town, something unnatural." Grady slammed the brakes at a corner. Up ahead, the diner's neon sign flickered erratically. The windows were broken. Inside, the shadows of people moved frantically, their gestures sharp, almost mechanical, as if they were reacting to something invisible. "Christ," Grady muttered. Tessa tightened her grip on the shotgun. "It's not just one place, it's spreading." Donnie leaned forward between the seats, voice urgent. "It's not about weapons, Sheriff. It's about understanding what's happening to them." Before anyone could respond, 3 sharp sounds echoed from the nearby farms. Silence followed. Grady's eyes narrowed. Bill Foster's land. At the property, the barn door hung open. Inside, shadows shifted unnaturally. The ground was scattered with dark, indistinct objects. Tessa squinted, uneasy. "Sheriff, bodies," she whispered. He piled out of the car cautiously, weapons at the ready. The air smelled sharp, almost metallic, carrying an unsettling undertone. Bill Foster stood in the doorway, holding a shotgun in one hand and a small jug in the other. His face was pale but alert. Grady raised his weapon. "Bill, are you okay?" Bill shook his head slowly. "I think I found something. These things don't like this." He held up the jug. "This might work. Something to push them back." Donnie's eyes lit up. "See, there's a way to stop them." Grady studied the scattered remnants around the barn, then looked at Bill. For the first time that night, the sheriff felt a flicker of hope stir in his chest. Tessa glanced between the men, whispering, "If this works, maybe we can save people." Bill's gaze drifted toward the distant town, where faint cries carried on the wind. His jaw tightened. "Then we'd better move fast," he said, "before there's no one left to save." The cruiser rumbled down the quiet back roads, headlights cutting narrow beams through the dark. Donnie clutched the jug of horse dewormer in the back seat, holding it like it was their only hope. "Careful with that," Grady muttered. "It's not something to spill." Donnie nodded, hands trembling slightly. "Sheriff, this is what we need." Tessa leaned forward, keeping a watchful eye out the windows. "If this works, we need every drop we can get. The vet's our best shot." Bill Foster, shotgun resting across his lap, gave a short nod. "Doc Kellerman keeps a full stock of it, for all kinds of animals." The cruiser rolled up to the vet's office around 1 a.m. The building was dark. The front door cracked open. Grady killed the headlights and motioned for quiet. They approached cautiously. Inside, the air smelled sharp with disinfectant. Papers were scattered across the floor, and cages rattled faintly in the shadows. The group moved quickly and quietly to the supply cabinets, where shelves were stacked with boxes, jugs, and vials of veterinary medicine. "There it is," Bill whispered, lifting a large jug of horse dewormer. Donnie exhaled, relief flooding his face. "Finally, this is what we came for." Tessa nodded, carefully checking the supplies. "We've got enough for now. Let's get it back and make sure it counts." Grady led them out of the office, jug secured. The night was still and quiet, but they knew every minute counted. The high school gym was supposed to be safe. Sheriff Grady had ordered everyone inside, locking the doors and lining the walls with lanterns. Bill gripped his shovel so hard his knuckles turned white. Tessa helped calm the children while Donnie kept peeking through the boarded windows, his nerves shot. For a moment, it felt almost calm. Then the first crash came. Glass shattered, figures lurched through the broken doors. Their movements were stiff, unnatural, and their eyes glimmered with that strange glow from the lake. "Here they come," Donnie shouted, stumbling back. "Hold your ground," Grady barked, firing his revolver into the ceiling to snap people out of their panic. Bill charged the nearest one, swinging his shovel with a sickening thud. Tessa dragged kids behind the stage, shielding them with her own body. Donnie froze until Grady shoved him toward the back exit. "Move, kid. Don't just stand there." The gym turned into a storm of screams and gunfire. Lanterns fell, flames caught on the bleachers, and shadows writhed against the walls. The attackers didn't stop. Not when they were knocked down, not when they were set ablaze. Grady grabbed Tessa's arm, pulling her toward the exit. Bill slammed the gym door shut behind them, his chest heaving. From outside, they could still hear the chaos, the screams, the pounding, the fire. 4 of them stood in the street, staring at their home. Houses were already burning, windows glowing orange, the lake shimmering in the distance like it was feeding the nightmare. "Briar Creek's gone," Grady said, his voice low, steady. "We've got to move. Now." Others didn't argue. Behind them, the town that raised them was swallowed by fire and shadows, never to be the same again. Chapter 10, Ashes in the Water. By dawn, the town of Briar Creek was half ash, half graveyard. Smoke curled from the diner, the church, and a dozen homes, each one burned in a last desperate bid to stop the things crawling inside. Sheriff Grady stood in the middle of Main Street, pistol dangling in his hand. His uniform was torn, his face streaked with soot. Tessa leaned against a lamppost nearby, shotgun empty, eyes hollow. Donnie sat cross-legged in the street, rocking back and forth, muttering prayers he didn't even believe. Bill Foster pulled up in his old pickup, the bed stacked high with jugs of dewormer, scavenged from the vet and farms. He hopped down stiffly, his voice grim. "That's it. All we could find." From beneath the lake, something massive shifted. A surge of water exploded upward, scattering fire. And as the flames cleared, new shapes began to slither from the depths. Worms thickened, longer, pulsing with heat and fury, hundreds of them writhing toward the tree line. The fire hadn't killed them. It had driven them out. The survivors stood frozen as the swarm poured into the forest, spreading out, seeking new hosts. The sound was unbearable, wet, endless slithering, the heartbeat of something ancient and unstoppable. Tessa whispered, voice breaking, "It's not just the town. They're leaving. They're going everywhere." Grady dropped his pistol to the dirt. For the first time in his life, the sheriff had no fight left in him. Above, the first rays of sunlight touched Briar Creek, and with the light came the grim truth. The worms had survived, and now the world belonged to them. And so, the town of Briar Creek burned. But the fire did not cleanse. It only fed what was already growing in the shadows. The worms have slipped the leash, crawling into rivers, into forests, into places we will never see until it is far too late. Perhaps even into your town. Thank you, dear listener, for surviving the night with us here on Survival Horror Ambience. If you enjoyed this tale of creeping dread, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another descent into the dark. Until next time, sleep well, if you can.